Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully all doing very, very well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. Good night of boxing, right? Very good night of fights. I've been able to catch up with everything so we can now discuss it. I just finished doing an interview with Joe Cordina. Obviously he got a big win yesterday against Kenichi Ogawa. Second round stoppage. No one would have predicted that. Like, if there's anyone that put a bet on that, well done, because your quid's in, because no one had that planned. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a case of boxer versus puncher. Kenichi Ogawa's got the better KO record, albeit against limited opposition, but everyone knows his power. And I think it's fair to say that Joe Cordina is the better boxer of the two. So, if anything, you thought if someone was going to get put to sleep, it might be Cordina. But in the end, Cordina lands something special. Honestly, fainted to go to the body, and then bang, up top. And he said as soon as it landed, it kind of just went through his hand, his forearm, and his shoulder, and he knew there was no way Kenichi Ogawa was getting up. I asked him what next. Obviously, look, I didn't do the interviews. I wasn't in Cardiff yesterday, but I said, look, what do you want next? You're in a division which is, let's be honest, ruled by Shakur Stevenson, which is now, I guess if Shakur comes over here, a money fight. You got Roger Gutierrez as well, the champion that no one really talks about. So I guess you could go for that belt, and then him versus Shakur's an undisputed, right? So many undisputeds. We're going to talk about Stephen Fulton. He's wanting an undisputed fight as well. So many undisputed. So he could go that route. Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, Zelfa Barrett won the European title yesterday. He can go that route. He did used to fight 135 pounds, the Joe Cordina. He was the British and Commonwealth champion at those weights. So look, if he wants to go up in weight, he could do that as well. The best thing for him is that he's got options. The two weight classes have good fights, big money fights. So he's in a good position right now. But he said he wants to just take a week off, not even think about what next, spend some time with the wife and kids. And then obviously discussions will happen about who he fights in the autumn, because I guess that's when he's going to come back out again. So look, congratulations to him. I wonder what's going to happen with Kenichi Ogawa now. 34. I don't know. He still looked in fantastic shape. He'll come again. He might move up to lightweight as well. It can't be easy making weight at 34, but congratulations to him. Let's give congratulations as well to Zelfa Barrett. Career best performance against Kurbanov. Let's not forget as well that this is the anniversary. Yesterday was the anniversary of his mother's passing. So mentally, a lot would have been going through his mind, but he channeled all the energy the right way and is the new European champion. And he wants Joe Cordina next. That's what he wants. It's an in-house fight, so it should be easy, relatively easy to make. I guess the problem, I say relatively easy, it being in-house won't sort of take away from the fact that both of those guys they want to get paid. They want to get paid, and I don't know if it's a fight everyone's clamoring for them to want the money or get the money that maybe they both deserve. Because it is a big fight, that one, but I just don't know if it's a big, casual, commercial fight yet. But we'll see. We'll see if Eddie can pull that one out of the bag. He should be able to, but we'll see what happens with both. But I think both of them very, very good super featherweights, and both very, very big as well. Both, like Zelfa will go to lightweight as well in the next sort of 12 to 18 months, and I think Joe Cordina will as well. So good luck to both of them in their future. Someone who's got a very, very bright future is Dalton Smith. I've been speaking about this kid for a long time, and look, I know yesterday he didn't have the opponent to push him, but sometimes you can just see it, can't you? He doesn't have to be an A-level guy in front of them. You can just see what a fighter does and know that, okay, this is something good. Very strong and big at the weight. He will be in the mix, and I mean this generally, in the mix in about 12 months. So I know he's only had 10 fights. Josh Taylor went up through the mix very quickly. I think in about 3 or 4 fights, he'll be ready to take on a world level guy. Maybe fringe world level, maybe someone coming off, maybe someone on the way down, whatever, but he'll be in the mix. So good luck and congratulations to Dalton Smith in what I think will be a very, very good career. Let's spend a few minutes talking about Devin Haney. Completely outclassed George KAMBOSOS. I have not been on the Devin Haney bandwagon. I'm on it now. Is it too late to jump on? I'm on. I watched the fight again, and Haney's very, very good. Very smart, great jab, picks his punches, always looks like he's thinking about what to do. And maybe that's a bit of a problem, I don't know, but he always looks like he's thinking. A lot of people have compared him to Floyd, which is silly. I hate when people do that. With Floyd, it almost felt like everything was very natural and fluid. Devin looks like he's thinking, which, hey, it is what it is. Whatever he's doing is working, because he went to Australia, went into hostile territory against an unbeaten champion and just outclassed him from minute one to the end. I mean, you might give KAMBOSOS a round. Watching it back yesterday, I probably did give him a round, but that's it. That's it. I don't know where they got 116, 112 twice from. I have no idea, because Devin just won that fight on a jab. On a jab, people. And when he did let his right hand go, and it was few and far between, he landed it. He rarely missed. Whereas KAMBOSOS swung a lot and missed a lot. Got bullied to the ropes a few times as well. So that was Devin showing him that I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you. And ultimately, Devin was just better in every single department. Faster, always led with the jab, right hand good, went to the body a few times, pushed KAMBOSOS to the rope, always initiated the action. KAMBOSOS was waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm like, dude, you need to do something. It's like he just couldn't pull the trigger. So look, career best performance, obviously. Shut up the doubters, including myself. And now he's the undisputed lightweight champion. And I guess you have to say he's the #1 lightweight in the world. Whether or not I believe that is irrelevant. He's got all the belts. He's got all the belts. He beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. He's that guy now. Look, KAMBOSOS did say after that he wants to fight again. Obviously, there is a rematch clause, and a lot of people, you know, are saying he shouldn't have a rematch because the fight was one-sided. It's in the contract, man. It's in the contract. The only issue with it, regardless of the fact that it's in the contract, is how do you sell it? How do you sell that? I don't know. I think it won't be as big again in Australia, so I do wonder if Haney KAMBOSOS happens in the States. I'm guessing it will, and I mean Haney will be able to sell it himself because he's now, you know, Devin Haney, undisputed lightweight champion. But there won't be that much interest in that, I don't think. Yeah, because it just, you look at it, and for all the attributes that KAMBOSOS has, and he's got a few, let's not start to, you know, be too disrespectful. Devin Haney just seems to be better in every single department. I don't know how KAMBOSOS beats him, if I'm honest with you. So we'll see if they go again in November. If they don't, then, I mean, look, Bob Arum said he wants to make Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. Sign me up for that now. Sign me up for that now. That's the fight that needs to be made. If it's not Javante, if it's not Ryan, if it's not Shakur Stevenson coming up, it needs to be Vasily Lomachenko. Remember, it should have been him. So almost, it has to be him next. It should have been him versus KAMBOSOS. Obviously, we know the situation in Ukraine, so it couldn't be. He deserves it to be him next. He deserves it to be him next. And that'll be an interesting one, because as much as KAMBOSOS got outboxed by Devin Haney can't outbox Vasily Lomachenko. He can try and bully him a bit, because obviously Haney's a lot bigger, but he can't outbox him. So it's going to be interesting to see just how good Haney is when he's up against someone that I think's a better boxer than him. Be interesting. You know, I was going to talk about father-son boxing relationships, because some of them can be a bit volatile. But Bill and Devin seem to have got it down to a T. There seems to be a lot of respect from both as well. And I do love that relationship. I'm a big admirer of Bill Haney, the way in which he's managed his son's career, the way in which they've taken hold of their own career. They're not stuck to a promotional company or a management company. They are the management company. And I think it's a good look. I really do. Really good look. But again, look, before we go, credit to KAMBOSOS. I mean, I think they said there were like 45,000 in there. That's him. That's his work. That's his doing. That's incredible. Incredible. A guy goes away from home, has 3 fights against Mickey Bay, Lee Selby, Teofimo Lopez, gets the job done, comes back, sells 45,000. And what I like about him as well yesterday, he hasn't shied away from the loss. He went into the changing room, of Devin Haney after. He was like, look, I just dared to be great. Credit to you, you got the win. I dared to be great. He could have had a voluntary. He could have had an easy voluntary. And he still would have got good numbers. Maybe not 45,000, but would have got good numbers with an easy voluntary. He's like, no. Give me the man. Who is out there? Who is the man? Oh, Devin, you? Okay, next, let's go. You got to credit that. You got to credit that. A lot of people seem to be, dissing him, like, oh, you were this, you were that. He dared to be great. And it's only one defeat on the resume. He'll be back. There's some good names for him out there. He will be back. Like, a fun fight would be him versus Rolando Romero. That'd be fantastic. Imagine the press conference for that. So, credit to KAMBOSOS, and big credit as well to Devin Haney. Lucas Brown beat Junior Farr, knocked him out. Surprised that one. Didn't expect that. I thought Farr was going to beat Lucas Brown. I guess, look, he's heavy-handed. I dare ask what next for Lucas Brown. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe, it'd be kind of fun fights for Lucas Brown. People like Areola, those type of fights. He's 43 now, Lucas Brown, so there's no point getting excited and trying to say he should fight someone in the top 20. No. Fun fights. If you're going to have fights, just have fun ones. But good win for him. I know a lot of people put money on Junior Farr, and they're clearly upset. But yeah, so I want to quickly speak about Devin Haney. He fought yesterday as well. He's the cruiserweight, the prospect. He fought in a 5-rounder, which is unheard of. I mean, I know there might be a few boxing historians that watch his channel that tell me 5-rounders are normal. I've never heard of a 5-rounder before. But he fought in a 5-rounder and got caught a lot, got hit a lot. Wasn't a good performance. They might want to pump the brakes on how quick they push him now, just based on that performance, because again, he is a prospect, and there'll be promoters looking at him and having dollar signs in their eyes. You don't want to lose out on your prospect, so maybe they might need to look at an easier path for him, because I think they thought he was going to go straight to the top easily. Not convinced after that performance. I know it's only one, but I'm not convinced after that performance. Let's give Stephen Fulton some credit. Big win for Stephen Fulton. What belts has he got again? I know he's got the WBO, I believe. Is it the WBC as well? It is the WBO and the WBC champion. Unbeaten. Beat Daniel Roman yesterday comfortably. Now he wants, and I always pronounce this guy's name incorrectly, Akhmadaliev. I think that's correct, from Uzbekistan, who is the IBF and the WBA champion. So he wants that undisputed fight. Akhmadaliev's got Ronnie Rios in June. So look, providing he gets past that, and he should get past that, again, you've got an undisputed, two fantastic fighters going together in the 122-pound division. So many undisputed fights or undisputed potential matchups to be made right now. But look, credit to Stephen Fulton. That was supposed to be a tough fight, by the way. Akhmadaliev, I hope I'm not butchering his name, he fought Daniel Roman and he won by split decision. I mean, I know it's not, you shouldn't do that, styles make fights, right? But Stephen Fulton is comfortable. So look, we'll see what happens to him. I mean, I look at him and I already, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, move up. Like, he's got a bit of a frame to move up. The only thing he doesn't really have is a pop. He doesn't have to pop. I think he's only got 8 knockouts of his... How many fights has Stephen Fulton had? 1 second. I think it's like 22, 23, maybe a bit more than that, actually. 21. 8 knockouts. So he doesn't really have the pop. But, I mean, you look at that and you're thinking... You look at some of the feathers, even the featherweights in this country, your Josh Warrington, Lee Woods, Conlon, obviously Irish, and you think, he caused them big problems. So, potentially you're looking at a guy that, 122 now, 126, maybe even 130, but let's not look ahead of ourselves. Let's see what happens if he does fight Akhmadaliev, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, any other boxing news? KAMBOSOS here saying Haney was hurt every time I landed. It was a boring fight. Well, make it unboring. Do something. And I don't agree. Look, fighters know when another fighter's hurt when they hit them. They know. But I didn't see anything that suggested that Devin Haney was hurt. Nothing whatsoever. A bit here again from KAMBOSOS saying, I give Haney his full respect. Let him have his time, and we'll do it again. Yep, they will. I guess this is all going to be on Haney KAMBOSOS, all of this, isn't it? A lot of it is, yeah, a lot of it Haney KAMBOSOS. Is there any other news? By the way, is when is that Trevor Bryan, Danny Dubois fight? I'm pretty sure is next weekend. I go to America on Thursday for the Golden Boy show. Jaime Munguia. I think it is next weekend. Danny Dubois only 24 still, which is crazy. Yeah, 11th of June in Miami, Florida. It's an interesting one. I feel like that's not getting as much push as it should. I mean, this is a big fight. A very, very big fight. Has Daniel Dubois really got over that Joe Joyce win? I know it's 2 wins since then. Obviously, he's with Shane McGuigan now. We are seeing improvements, but has he really got over it? We'll see, because as much as people don't really give Trevor Bryan his credit, Trevor Bryan good, you know. He's good. Anything else here, guys, before we go? 2 secs. A bit here on Bob Arum talking about Lomachenko. Says Bob Arum believes that Lomachenko would leave Ukraine to compete for lightweight championship. I'm not quite sure why he believes that when he didn't leave Ukraine to fight KAMBOSOS. I don't know about that. Not sure. We still await news about AJ Usyk. It looks like it is now getting pushed to August, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. Let's just hope that we get an announcement. Let's just stop teasing us and give us an announcement in the next couple of days. That would be nice. But it does look like it's going to be the second week in August. I know Eddie said there is no delay. Well, there clearly is a delay. There clearly is. All right, guys and girls, that is it, I think. Should we quickly have a look at Mike Coppinger's Twitter page, see if there's anything worth talking about there, anything trending? I think it's going to be all about what happened yesterday. I don't think there's going to be any new news. No. There is one fight they've put here, and Mike Coppinger kind of does this thinking. Isaac Cruz versus Devin Haney. I'll tell you now, Haney would win, but Isaac Cruz would make him work for his money. All of his money. Peace enough, people.